I hope my screen is visible and I am audible. Let us suppose we have a signal like this. This is the signal. We have a 0 here, a 0 here, then a 1 here, then a 2 here, then again it's 0, then 1, and then 2, and so on. It means this signal repeats its values like this. It is like this. It repeats its values. Okay. So it is a periodic signal. Let us suppose this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And this is -1, -2, -3, -4, and so on. So that x-axis is n and the signal is xn. Signal is xn, and it is a repetitive like this. So it repeats its values, and it can be written like this also. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, or one can use a bar like this to represent it as a discrete time signal. As a discrete time signal, mostly books use this kind of representation. Discrete time signals are represented by bar notation. This is how the discrete time signal will look like. So it is 0, 1, and 2, and it repeats its value. So one thing we know about this is, what information you can get about this? First thing is, it is discrete time signal. Agree? It is discrete time signal. It is periodic signal. It is periodic signal. Agree? And its time period is, because it is repetitive, it repeats its value after 3 samples. देखिए, 0, 1, and 2. 3 distinct samples are there. So its fundamental frequency is 3. So we can write it to be fundamental frequency to be 3. Okay. Okay. First year. Sorry. Second year. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this information we know after the previous class discussions. Now let us find out its energy. Energy we defined earlier also. So it will be the summation of n changing the -infinity to +infinity mod of xn. If we need to find out its energy, it will be this ka whole square. And when you add these things, it means you have to add 0 square, then 1 square, then 2 square, then again 0 square, then again 1 square, then again 2 square, and so on. Okay, so it will be like this. So it will be infinite summation of 0 square, 1 square, 2 square, 0 square, 1 square, 2 square. So what will be its value? What will be its value? Anyone? What will be its value? Its value will be infinity. Agree? Because 1 square, 2 square, 1 square, 2 square, when added infinite number of times, it will give rise to infinity. So energy will be infinity. Agree? Energy of the signal is infinity. Okay. Okay. Second year.
Yes, sir.
What about the power? Power we defined as, in earlier class, it was limit n tending to infinity, 1 upon 2n plus 1 and summation n changing minus n to plus n minus n to plus n mod of xn ka whole square. This was the power for discrete time signal. Now here n tends to infinity and we have to take square of it. If we suppose we take n to be 3, then what will be its sum? If n is 3, then the sum will be, either it will be 3, okay, so 6 plus 1 will be 7, 1 by 7 और इसका स्क्वायर, तो 3 इधर ले लीजिए, 3 इधर ले लीजिए, यानी -3 to 3 will be, this will be 1 square, then 4 square, 1 square plus 4 square is, 2 square is 5, and similarly here it will be also 5. Okay? So 5 and 5 will be 10. So it will be 10 by 7. This thing will be 10 by 7. If n is 3, this summation will be 10 by 7. If n is 5, तो इसका सम क्या होगा? If n is 5, तो इसमें 5 सैंपल ले लेंगे इधर और 5 सैंपल उधर, -5 to 5, यानी कि 5 to 5, यानी 11, 1 by 11 into -5 to 5. -5 is this and +5 is this. So sum will be 8 का 5 है, तो 5 plus 5, 5 plus 5, 10 and 5 plus 5, 10. So 10 here, 10 here. So answer will be 20 by 11. 20 by 11. ठीक है? Similarly, when we take n to be 10, तो 5 इसका डबल हो जाएगा, यानी कि it will be, if n is 10, then it will be n by 21, sum will be 1 by 21, and 10 here, so 5, it will be around 32, it will be 32, okay, and so on. Okay? So similarly, if you take, I have calculated it for 100 also. So for 100 terms, power will come out to be 330 divided by 201. And for 1000, it will be 1000 के लिए होगा. I have also calculated it. You can also verify it. It will be 3330 divided by 1000, 2001, something like this. So the idea is, as the value of n tends to infinity, the value of p will always be finite. The idea is, as the value of n tends to infinity, the power will be finite. The power will be finite for this signal. Power will be finite. it will be in between 0 and infinity. This means there is not explosion of power. Power जो है explode नहीं हो रही, even if infinite number of terms are adding together. Okay, because we are taking average of it. We are taking average of it, और एक साइकिल के बीच में ये जो है एक एवरेज ही रहता है. So इसका जो पावर है, power is not exponentially increasing, therefore power will always be finite and energy will be infinite. So such signals are, ऐसे signals को हम क्या कहते हैं, लास्ट टाइम पढ़ाया था, ऐसे signals को हम क्या कहते हैं, anyone? When energy is infinite and power is finite, तो ऐसे signals को हम क्या कहते हैं, सेकेंड ईयर, पावर सिग्नल. ऐसे सिग्नल्स को हम पावर सिग्नल्स कहते हैं. ओके, सो दिस विल बी द एग्जांपल ऑफ पावर सिग्नल. ओके,